Morning, how are you guys?
Fine, fine. What happened? You are late today.
Yeah, kind of busy with work these days, things are too much, that's why.
Okay, okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. So today I told you that we are going to work on the router configurations. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So now we are working on how to secure our routers. So we are securing our routers. We are checking that how to secure our routers. Okay. So we have seen how to secure your router with the console password access, and now we are working on. We have already seen that how to enable the how to put enable password means how to secure our enable mode, or you can say privilege mode. Okay, and how to secure our means how to encrypt our passwords, because normally when you'll put normal password it will be visible in your router. So how you are going to secure it? So we have already secured and now we are verifying. So when you will come again, so this is your console password. So this is your first verification. So write your console password Cisco, and then, oh sorry, we are working on packet tracer. Okay, okay. So first password, let's come again. So this is your first password, which is your console password. So type here Cisco. Now when you are typing here enable, so now you have to put your enable password, which is your Cisco 123. Okay, and now if you're running here, so running config, and now you can see here the password is encrypted, right? Okay, so once the password is encrypted, okay, so the normal user, when they will come to, when you will be working as a network administrator, so you have to assign some small privilege to the junior engineers. So when the junior engineer will come, they can only work with the related task. If they wanted to verify or check something, they won't get information because your password is encrypted, right? Okay, so now let's copy this password and come to the browser. Okay, so if you are typing here, type here Cisco password 5. You can see here which level of password it is. So if you're checking here, password 7, right? So you can see, you can see here password 7 decrypt online. Okay, so you'll find many websites. So normally I use this IFM to show the example of this password cracking. So just paste that encrypted password and click on crack password. See, you can get here Cisco 123, right? Even if you'll come here for the enable password is cracked. Now if you want to check user console password, so you can come here to the website, paste it. Okay, did I copy it? Click copy, paste, click crack password. See, so both password is crackable now, so you can crack it. So you broke the password, now you can easily enter in the router. Okay, so now again Cisco said that okay, no problem, if it is breakable, no problem, let me give you some kind of secure password. Okay, so let's come here conf t. So the secure password is enable secret, which is md5 password, and now you can put the new password, which is 123, or you can say CCNP, CCNP, okay, and now you can save it, okay. And now if you are writing here, so running config, and now if you will see here, see how long it is, okay. And now if you are copying this, and if you are coming to password 5 encryption, why password 5 encryption? Because if you'll see here, it is password 5, okay, password 5, okay, secret password 5. And now if you are trying, let's try this one, whether we are able to crack or not. Okay, they are trying. Let's see, the percentage is running. See, after 100% also, you have seen that we are not able to crack it, right? So this password label, which label? This the one which we have used, this command, enable secret and the password, this enable secret label. This is the strongest password used by Cisco, means upon this label, okay, this enable mode, okay. And now once you have applied this password, now you can secure. So if someone is coming here and to verify something, no problem, nobody can crack it, okay, and nobody will get the information. So your router is secure here, okay, because yes, no problem, somebody can crack my uh, console password and enable password, right, which is the normal one. But if I will put here, now you can see here, let me put here exit, and now here I have to put console password, no problem, console password is my Cisco, right. But once I'm trying to come here to enable mode, so here on enable mode, now we have two password, one is normal password which is password 7, and the secret password which is password 5, okay. So here my secret password was CCNP. So if you'll put CCNP, you can easily log in, but if you'll put here Cisco 123, still you have to put the secure password, so better to have secure password, okay. So if you'll write secure password, it will overwrite and you will be able to log in now. So let's type here CCNP. Now see, you are able to log in, okay. So here we have seen how to secure our routers, but there is some other enhancements of the router, okay. And what is the enhancements of the router? That maybe we are four people, administrator in the organization, okay. So when the administrator wants to access, like admin one, but here we are only getting password information, no username and other kind of information, right? Okay, are you understanding? So first of all, you as an administrator, when you are assigning the roles to the administrators, right, so here on the router also you have to assign some kind of username and password for multiple administrators. So when you will assign username and password for multiple administrators, so you will come to know that who has configured this router app, okay. Because right now if someone is configuring, you will not know that who is configuring, because there is no username, right. So let's first come here. Okay, so come here, let's configure the username, okay. So what we are going to do, first type here same line console 0, and then type here login local, and then exit, okay. And then here you have to write here user name, like admin 1, okay. Password, give him whatever you want, 123 at Cisco, okay. You can give him like another user, admin 2, admin 3, like this. So you created 3 user, right? Now you can exit, save, and then again exit. So first is user, that is common. Console password will be common for everyone. Okay. Sorry, not common for everyone because we have assigned username. Okay. So when they will come console password, so they have to put username. So what username? So we have used admin1 username. Password I have given 123 at Cisco. Okay. But enable password will be common for everyone. Okay. Enable CCNP. Okay, so enable password is common for everyone. Why common? Because here your verification label is completed. So whatever you will configure now, it will be logged as admin one, that okay, admin one has logged into the system at so and so time, and what you have configured. Now you can, once you are done, you can exit here. Okay, now another admin will come. He will configure whatever he wants. Okay, he will put his password. Okay, then he will come here, enable password, and then he will start configuring. Okay, so like this you can enhance router access. Okay, so let's come again to our okay. So what we have seen, this console password, then I told you auxiliary is not in use, so leave it. Okay, telnet we will see when we will configure IP address and we'll do routing and something like that, right? Then you will know the importance of telnet access. So here we have seen that okay, how we are going to secure our routers with the help of enable passwords. Console we have seen, then we have seen enable password. Okay, so console is the label 1 password, you can say. Enable is the enable label 2 password. Okay, and then we have seen how to secure our, how to encrypt our passwords. Okay, after encryption, that we have seen that okay, somebody can crack it with the help of software or online method. Then Cisco has given you another level of password, which is enable secret password, and we have secured our router with the help of enable secret password. Okay, which is password 7. Sorry, which is password 5. And once you have password 5, I told you that password 5 is more powerful than password 7. Okay, then you should remove the password 7. Okay, how to remove password 7? It is written here. Just go there and type no enable password. Okay, it's very simple. You come here to your router, simply come here and type here no enable password. No need to write the password, that's it. Okay, and save it. Okay, and once you'll type here so running config and check here, see password 7 is not there because we have removed it. But before removing, if you'll see something that your output, it's not there. Okay, 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 so now you can see you have only secret 5. And what I told you, that even you have both listed here, 5 and 7. Okay, but 5 will be more powerful than 7. Okay, so no need of 7, that's why you can remove it. Okay, then we have seen how we are going to enhance router access. Why we should need to enhance our router access? That if according to the previous one, that when you have enabled console password with the login command, so normally when people is coming or admin is coming to access the router, they are only getting you password information, so put password and login, right? But if you have multiple administrator in your organization and you wanted to track that who has configured what in the router, okay, and you want to find from log, so at that time you have to create username and password for the users. Okay, so with the help of this command you can easily provide username and password. Okay, so here are some privilege labels. So privilege label you will understand in our security part. but normally you can use this one, what we have used, this second command we have used. Okay. Okay. So now difference between enable password and secret password, you already know that the normal enable password is plain text. It is not encrypted. Okay, the normal password, but password which is password 7 is what? Password 7 is plain text format. Password 5 is encrypted. Okay, okay, and that the password 5 is encrypted with the help of MD5 algorithm. So that's why password 5 is more powerful than password 7. Okay, and you can see here how to find it and how to get the details of those password. It is written here, so running config. Okay. Okay, after that we have some other commands. We have already seen that, okay, how we can save our running configurations. Okay, so running config is what? So running config is for RAM, means whatever you are running and whatever you are configuring on your router or switch, so those are automatically saved in the RAM memory. So you have to move from RAM to your NVRAM. Why? Because if you will not save anything and if your router will restart, everything will be wiped out. Okay, so you have to save those configuration to NVRAM. So that's why this is the command for saving your configuration from RAM to NVRAM. Okay, copy running config to startup config. Okay, or you can use write memory. We have already seen this one. Or you can use write, or you can use shortcut copy. R means running config and S means startup config. So running config command will show you whatever is there in the RAM, and so startup config will show you whatever is saved in the NVRAM. Okay. Okay. Now how, if you want, you can erase the entire configuration of the router. You can see, let me show you. So suppose you, on this router we have many things. Okay, and we wanted to erase the entire settings of the or entire configuration of the router. So you just come here to the enable mode. Okay, and simply type here erase startup config. Okay, erase. And why we are writing erase a startup config, not erase running config? Because we are erasing the NVRAM, the permanent memory. Okay, startup config. Enter yes, confirming yes, deleted, and then you can reload. Reload means restart. Yes, confirm, and now it is restarting. Okay, now see, you can see here your router is new, no configuration is there in your router. Okay, now see, whenever we are starting, automatically we are getting these kinds of message, right? These message which is already inbuilt in the router iOS, right? Okay, but we also want to have some these kinds of message when our router will boot. So normally what you can do, you can come here conf t. So first let's change the host name to r1, and then you can enable some kind of banner or something like this. Okay, so you can write here banner message of the day, and then you can use hash, and then you can type message. Okay, so welcome to gamtel router. Okay, and you can close with the like this. Okay, or you can say unauthorized access is prohibited, like that. Okay, so I'm just using simple password, and then type enter, and then exit, and save, and then exit. See, when you will log in, So you are getting here welcome to gamtel router. So any kind of message if you want, you can enable here. Okay. Okay, now let's come to see some other things. Okay, so now here you can see that we have already configured some banner messages. Now here we have some kind of basic router configuration lab. Okay, so in this basic router configuration lab we can see how to configure passwords, how to configure host name. So what we have done and what we have to do more in this. Okay, so we already know how to configure host name, enable passwords. Okay, telnet for both routers. So telnet, I told you, when we will configure something routing or something like that, that time we'll see telnet. Encryption of the password we have done. Okay, so these are some configuration lab, but configuration lab will be done, okay, once you will know how to configure IP addresses on the routers. Okay, like this. Okay, so let's have some basic configuration on the routers, and then we'll move to introduction of the routing. Okay, so let me close this one. So now we can work on GNS. So here we have single router. Okay, so no problem, we are going to take another router. Okay, so we have another router here. So after router we can have switches. So you can take layer 2 switch. Okay, now you can take another switch, change host name, switch 1, switch 2. Okay, bring this one here, switch 1, switch 2, and then here we have PCs. Okay, now here we have PC1, PC2, PC3, PC4. We can align them in a. Okay, now if you want you can connect them. Okay, so use this cable for connectivity. Okay, so from router to router, if you want you can use serial cable. Okay, from router to switch always Ethernet, fast Ethernet. Switch to PC always Ethernet. Okay, fast Ethernet, whatever you have. Okay, but router to router you have option whether you want Ethernet or you want serial. So here we have used serial, but mainly we should use Ethernet because Ethernet is faster than serial. Okay, serial was used in older technologies, but in the new route nowadays is coming fast Ethernet and Giga Ethernet. Okay, Now here when you are getting this ABC icon, so this ABC will help you to know the port numbers, okay, port labels. So if you are clicking here, so this is serial, you can bring it up here, okay. And if you are missing something that I don't know how you have dragged it here, okay. So when I drag this port number, so see, normally I know that, that's why I dragged it here, but if you don't know, you just bring it here, okay, the mouse, and if you'll see here a serial 2 by 0, okay, R1 port number and R2 port number is also, bring Ethernet here. These switches port and PCs ports are not important, so you can remove it, okay, only this, like this. So now here we can use some kind of network because we need to use some kind of connectivity, okay. Now here this is the different LAN, so here we are using one network 192.168.10.0/28, okay, 20.0/28. Now start all the devices, click on this start button to start all the devices, okay. So when we started all the devices, now you can take a console of all the devices, so you can close it and you click here to have a console of all the devices. See, if I'm coming on router 1, router 2, so normally it is connected like this, see, PC1 PC2 router 1. So if you are coming here, PC1 PC2 router 1, then router 2, then PC3 PC4, okay. So let's come again to the router and then configure the router, okay. So this is already configured here, console password Cisco, no problem. So we are just configuring IP address, okay, password is already done. So now come here, conf t, then here interface serial 2 by 0, IP address 12.1.1.1 no shut, okay. Serial 2 by 0 is completed. Now you have to configure Ethernet 0 by 0. So you can come here, interface E0 by 0, IP address 192.168.10.0, sorry, 10.1, and subnet mask is from /28, so it is 255.240, and then no shut exit. So both IP is configured. Now if you want to save it, save it, okay. Now come to router 2. Router 2 has also the same password. Why? Because I have copied and I made it duplicate, right? That's why it is same. So I'll use CCNA. Sorry, it was Cisco. Cisco. Okay. Now come here in interface serial 2 by 0. IP address is 12.1.1.2. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Nadam, today you're late.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Having some sort of trouble at home.
Okay, okay. No problem. Okay. So, my friend, here we are just knowing the basic router configuration, okay, that okay, how to connect router, how to connect switch, how to connect PC, okay, and how to configure IP address on the interface. Normal basic. Okay, so let me come again. Okay, so now I am on router 2. Okay, so when you are on router 2, router 1 is already configured. So now router 2, we are configuring router 2. So first, when you are in enable mode, you have to come to preview configuration mode. Okay, and now here you have to type here interface serial 2 by 0, because we are configuring serial 2 interface IP. Then you have to type here IP address. Which IP address? 12.1.1.2, because 1 is already configured on R1. And here we are writing subnet mask 253. Why? Because it is /30. No shut is to enable the interface. Okay, now exit. Now come here to your E0 by 0, which is your LAN IP address here, LAN interface. Okay, so LAN interface IP will be picked from your this LAN pool. So now you can come here, type here interface E0 by 0 IP address 192.168.20.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.240, which is /28, and then no shut. So both interface IP is configured. Now if you want to save it, and now run the command. So IP interface brief exclude unassigned. Now see, you can see here the IP address what you have configured. Now check again on router 1. See, IP is configured and the interface status is also up. Now if you can run this command, so IP interface brief, see, if you are running this command instead of this command, right? So what will happen? You will get the details of all the interfaces of your router which have IP and which is unassigned. So better we have to work on assigned IP address. So you write here exclude unassigned, means remove the unassigned, show me the assigned IP addresses only. Okay, now let's come here to PC configuration. So this is simulated PC. Okay, so this simulated PC IP address configuration is not same in your real network configuration. Okay, so real network configuration is like this. If you are checking in my computer, I'm showing you here, you have to write here ncpa dot cpl static configuration. So there are two type of IP configuration in your system. One is static and second one is dynamic. So normally in the large organization your IP is always dynamic, it's not static. So you should not come here and configure a static IP address in all the computers, right? So normally you should configure DHCP on your router, right, or on your switches. Okay, so normally, so right now I cannot come and explain you DHCP because our configuration is just started. So we are just putting a static IP address. So static IP configuration I'm showing you from my system, then I will show you in the GNS. So normally when you will come in your LAN card, so you see here I have multiple LAN cards which is related to my VM. Okay, but the IP configuration is same. So I'm just showing you, just go to your interface, which is your PC interface, right click and properties, then come here TCP IP v4. Okay, if you want to configure v6 you can configure v6 as well. So we are just configuring IPv4. So here you have two options: obtain IP address automatically. Obtain IP address automatically means what? It's your system will get IP from DHCP, but when you want to assign a static, you can come here, use the following IP address, and you can write whatever IP is you have to assign as per your network. Okay, slash, it is 28, so I'll write here 240, and this default gateway will be your router interface IP. Okay, so like this, and you can click OK. If you want to put some DNS you can put. Okay, so normally you click OK like that, but here in GNS this PC IP is just a simulated IP, so I'm showing you how to put that one. So you just write here IP address is this 192.168.10.2 because 1 is already assigned on router E0 by 0 slash 28. No need to put 25555 like that. Okay, and then default gateway 10.1. That's it. Okay, you can copy this, come here to PC2, paste it. Now IP is 3. Okay, so here what I did, this is your LAN pool. Okay, so here we have used 192.168.10.2. Okay, this is our 10.2, this is our 10.3, this is our 22. Okay, and then we'll put this 23. Okay, and how to put this 23 is normally, see here, PC1 and PC2 IP is configured, router 1 and router 2 IP is configured. Now we are moving to PC3. So right here IP 192.168.20.2 slash 28 and the gateway is 20.1. Same here on PC4 IP 192.168.20.3 slash 28 and the gateway is 20.1. IP is done. And now if you want to check so IP, okay, and now see here, problem will come here when PC1, this PC1 wanted to communicate to PC3 of different network, right? Okay, or this PC1 belongs to 10.2, 10, 10 network and wanted to communicate to 20 network. So when PC1 wanted to ping to 192.168.10.3, see, PC1 is able to communicate with PC3 which belongs to same network, right? But what happen when PC1 will try to communicate to PC3 which belongs to different network like 20.2, see, destination host unreachable. And who is telling that destination host unreachable? Router 1. Okay, and why router 1 is telling destination host unreachable? Because even if you'll come here on router 1 and type here show IP route, okay, see, router 1 do not know about 20 network. That's why any packet which is coming to router 1 is any packet related to 20 network, when it is coming to router 1 is saying that no, I don't know about 20 network. So in that condition you have to configure routing. Okay, so only knowing IP address and other things will not help you. When you are when you want to work as a network engineer, you have to know routing configuration. Okay, okay, so now our second lesson will be routing introduction, that okay, what type of routing we have and in which condition we should configure routing, like that. Okay, so let me open that lesson.